So we've got the brains, we've got the eye, we need the heart and the flail. You dig the armored battle skirt on her, reminds you of Roman Centurion. Yeah, the, oh, I forget the term for them. There's actually a name for, if we zoom back in. Oh, wait, we don't have that kind on. There's a name for these little parts of the skirt as well. I just forget what they are. They actually have a proper term. I remember having that argument, though. Higher strength rec than... yeah, I like the look of studded leather on a lot of characters. That's one reason why I have a fortitude in studded leather. I mean, in... no. Yeah, in wire fleece.
Hello.
I think is the right one. The elite studded, whatever it is. But, yeah, I have it in that because I prefer the look of it. Oh, we have it right here. Yeah, wire fleece. Like the look of the Archon plate and the pallies. Looks so medieval and Crusader. No, it's wire fleece. Yeah, it's 111 strength for it. We have fortitude in it. We're probably going to be using it on the actual character. So Mercenary is going to be stuck with the trash tier armor for, like, ever. Unfortunately. Yeah, it's wire fleece. I forgot we had it on us because I was transferring it over to her. I think it starts with a P, actually. But I could be wrong. It's been several sleeps since I had that debate. And that killed a few of them. I am trying to get extra levels here as well. It's one reason why I'm fighting a lot more than I probably should. Normally, if I was just in a hurry to get through the act, I would just run past most of this garbage. But, like I said, I want some levels. I want to be like 30-ish by the time I get to, not Mephisto, Diablo. Petruges, or Truges. I can never pronounce anything Latin. Which is sad because I actually did take a Latin course in college. I did very poorly in it. But I don't do well with language courses. Because they ask you to remember hamburger, and it's like, no, I did not. Edge is a great rune word for early game, yep. We are about 4 levels away from it. We actually have an edge. Make a treachery for him. I don't have a lem. I have a... the only... I could make a bone for him. That's about it. It's not the only useful rune word I could make for him, and that's not good for him. Why am I not going elemental arrows? Because we're gonna go hybrid. And that would be further diving off into the other points. And also, we're going to be going Bariza, which generally is going to be a little bit better with the multi-shot than necessarily the elemental arrows. Hamburger in Latin? I don't remember. I don't actually think there's a proper term for that. But basically, I don't do well with rote memorization. I do better with application, if that makes sense. I learn by doing rather than just repeating things, and that's one of the problems with a lot of language education in the United States, is they want you to memorize things. Rather than, you know, actually learning the language and how to use it regularly. It's just memorizing, not even grammar, just terms. Direct translations. What are you doing, mercenary? We walked literally by you. In the bayou. Give him the bone. And also, I'm just going magic arrows because I feel like going magic arrows. Magic arrows are such a lovely little thing. So, invest the rest of your points into jet. You don't have to invest points into it. It's just, you use it. And you can also just literally avoid most of the lightning things or use a lower resist wand. Lower resist wands can be bought in normal difficulty onwards, so... you can memorize all these D2 rune words and builds and stuff, just transfer over those same... I don't memorize these. I memorize, like, how the things interact. I don't memorize the terms. Like, bone I only memorize because I have made it a crap ton of times. Whereas, if you're asking me to remember, like, King's Grace or something like that, I have to look at my notes. Yep, that is pretty much spot on, Spencer. And that is one of the more frustrating things. So let's go ahead and get that. We're going to go for... We're going to get more points into multi-shot. We're going to get this up to about 10 arrows. Lower res, charge strike. Yeah, that's a little bit closer to what I'm talking about. Oh, it's negative damage on it? Yeah, it goes positive after a while, but... I assumed you had plus skills. I made an assumption, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and drink the mana potions. I have no idea where the mercenary is. I think he's still stuck in the river. Like a freaking imbecile. Get your mite ass away from me. Whenever we find the waypoint, we'll use it. Oh, and we got a bonfire like right through the gate. Might as well pop it. It's not going to have anything good in it because this is normal difficulty, but, I mean... Could be worse. Chip topazes all over the place. We could use those to condense the thulls. Don't really want to, though. But yeah, lower resist wand will help out a good deal. And if you're having real trouble with things, travel with a pack of people, I guess. Yeah, physical boson's a little bit rough around the edges if you don't have good gear. You can do okay with it, but it's not going to be competitive with like all the other Amazon options until you get that good gear. Let's see. Where is our waypoint? I need it to get my mercenary unfucked. Oh, lordy. Yeah, I'm just going to run from the one little thing that's chasing me. There's our waypoint. I need this to get unstuck, you dumbass. Chip topazes get all coy with dropping since you have a dozen thulls. Yeah, they be hiding from you.
Yes.
Let's see. Do we need any scrolls? No. We're doing all right, Dustin. How's it going? For a second there, I misread your name as Semples, and I was like, wait a minute. Let me get a new vantage point from that one. Most of you probably don't get that one, and I apologize. It's an art thing. It's Vanta Black. There's a whole story about it.
Good to see you.
But let's go ahead, go lower crest. Oh, you can stab them from there, but you can't stab the snakes in the water. Fine. It's okay. You're fine. Yeah, we're doing okay damage for our level. It's not a big deal. Level 22. But hopefully things are going well for you. Hey, Samuel, how's it going? Let's go ahead and knock out our hollow logs. Only thing I don't like about Vanta Black is that someone literally owns the rights to use it and controls it like that, and he's a bit of a dick about it. That's why Black 2.0 and 3.0 exist. While I like the builds that get power from their equipment, I can't always recommend building them unless you have that equipment already. Because going through focusing just on that can lead you into some rough situations. Because you'll be like halfway through hell and still using a nightmare quality bow and be really hating your life for a while. This is BattleNet. We've been having some weird ping spikes tonight, though. I need a little bit more mana leech. I might actually switch over to using the, who's your whatchamacallit? Mantled Heal instead of our life leech ring. But it gives us resists. Yeah. Black 2.0 and 3.0 are almost as dark. So I will generally prefer the look of those. There it is. I was like, I see a well on the map. I don't see a well in where I'm walking. Okay, so we're probably going to have explodey boys down here, so I need to pay a little bit of attention. You have critical strike. Do you still need deadly strike? Only one can apply at a time. But if you don't have 100% of one, it is nice to have a little bit of both. I usually just aim for getting enough that I feel content with it, which is about 50% total. But, oh, explodey boys, no! No. Just say no to exploding skeletons. The hell is our... Wow. We got an entire flat side. When in doubt, you just go for resist mana. You can put up with just topping off with pots. That's fine. How has my day been? Finished up tomorrow's recording and already edited it and uploaded it. It will go live at the usual time. Working on Fridays now after this. Oh, let's see. Maybe I should do a stream of how I do the... Because the footage you see in the background of the build videos, at least the endgame ones, are from me testing them. So, when in doubt, you just go for resist. Okay, let's see. You actually started leveling Martial Arts Assassin like we talked about the other night. It's a lot easier than you thought. Yeah, it's not the worst build ever. It's just, I think it's going to be a lot easier with controller than it is with mouse and keyboard. Because flipping skills is a pain in the ass. Wish you could have a level 50 Holy Shock. With enough plus skills in the right gear, you might be able to. You'd actually really have to plan around it, though. I'm trying to think. That's 3, 3, 4, 5. So that's 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then 18, 21 plus 9 would be 30. Yeah, you can get it to 50. You'd have to build everything specifically for it, but you could get up to 50 Holy Shock. It would be a +3 Scepter with +3 to Holy Shock on it. It would be a +3 Circlet, +3 Amulet, which is tree specific, so you'd only have it on offensive auras. You'd have to get a Spirit Shield for +2, or... I'm trying to think if there's another shield you could use for it, but that's a Spirit just is the first one that comes to mind. Then you have Arachnid's Mesh, you have 2 +1 rings, and then you have Annie and a torch, and then you have 9 +1 charms. So, speaking of controllers, joystick, which do you prefer? Xbox type or the PlayStation layout? I prefer PlayStation because Xbox, the joystick position on it causes my thumb to cramp. Your Bozon is coming along nicely too. Got a great gear waiting in Nightmare. Sweet. We're going to see ours in... Ow, Jesus, no. Deal with him. There you go. Good job. You got a +3 shield? Yeah, you could do you could get a +3 shield because they can spawn with... I'm forgetting the actual name of it. They can spawn with trees specific for paladins. So it'd actually be 51 as the cap. And these little stamina boys can kiss him a booty. Kiss him a jibooty. There you go. Best in slot boots for a martial arts assassin? Generally, I'm not too worried about the boots, believe it or not. And it also depends on what you're kind of building for. I actually prefer Crushing Blow on my Kixins, but not everybody's doing kicks for their martial arts. So, I mean, there's of course the Myrmidon Greaves, which give some boost, and they're going to have the highest kick damage. But usually you're not really relying on the kick damage per se, so much as just the things you carry along with the kicks. There's a few boots with Crushing Blow. There's Gore Riders and there is Goblin Toe. Gore Riders has a lower Crushing Blow, but it adds Bleed and Deadly Strike, which is just basically a double damage hit. So it can be a little bit more useful if it does proc. Let's go ahead and grab those. Slowly getting our resist even higher because our charms are coming into play. I think the latest one we see is 39. You went, well, Kixin is just a way to deliver it. This is the hell mod for Skyrim. Foos Row, damn it. But yeah, I use Dragon Talon like a crazy person. It's one of my favorite melee skills in the game. It's basically Assassin Zeal. So let's go ahead and find ourselves the tome that we want for 5 extra stat points. Do we bother getting it in hell difficulty? I don't know yet. Depends on how we're feeling. A lot of times I don't actually bother getting it in hell difficulty because, frankly, the ambush is a pain in the ass. But whenever we do our martial arts assassin with the controller, which is what was requested, and I actually think it sounds like an interesting idea and it should probably help it, we will probably be going elemental focused. Probably Phoenix Strike. Maybe a second element as well. Die, you fool. Probably the lightning one. At a remote chance, we might do the cold one instead. There's a stab there. Do I need the Grand Scepter? No. Yeah, the Shadow one is pretty nice. Let's see. Actually, just got a question on Discord about what the good solo character for hell. Pretty much every class has one. I would say that probably... I would say the easiest one to get through hell with is still going to be the assassin. Just go with kicks and traps and you're fine. Yeah, fire skills in general are amazing in normal. I'm trying to think, are we going to actually have no respecs at all? The only respec that we've done, I think, is the druid. Okay, we are in the right area for this. It's facing south. Oh, it could be this right over here. It's got to be facing southwest to be the right temple. Nope, that's not it. But see, we know that one's not it because it's facing the wrong direction.